target to make his move. You found out basically like his normal activities, like what he would be up to. You waited for them to pack up. Everybody went to sleep except for him. He went and hung out in the bar for a while, drank, acted like a normal dude, but then eventually staggered out into the cold to go like crawl into a shed to presumably sleep off his binging. You guys followed him though and bothered him a little, and he pretty much just admitted, yeah, I've been the one doing the murders. One of you found out he was undead by looking at him with your creepy eyes.
Hey,
um,
it's divine, thank you.
your creepy wizard eyes, no, your creepy cleric eyes. Anyway, yeah. So you decided this dude's undead. We're just gonna kill him. We're not even gonna try to question him. Although you did talk to him a little
Look,
before you
he
murdered
said
him.
the Winter Queen was telling him to do it, and was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Bonk.
I mean, he had good reason. They were cheating the lottery. You know, they were breaking the rules. But you know, Orion, you couldn't have that. You couldn't have people dying like outside of your pool. So you guys killed him. And then you killed him and then you burned his corpse because if you didn't burn him, he would keep getting up. Um, so after burning and dismembering his corpse and putting his various pieces in your bags, you decided that you were gonna just start traveling back to turn this in. I forget how long exactly I told you it was going to be. It was something like 2.5 days to get back there. Um, but anyway, on your first leg of your journey, you got a good chunk of the way, but you stopped to camp for the night. And sometime in the middle of the night during a blizzard, a frost troll wandered into your camp, looking for an easy snack, and pretty much decimated you guys. You had to flee, leaving behind your faithful companion to be eaten, but at least you didn't get eaten, I guess. Uh, and that's where you guys were left off, was fleeing your camp in terror as the ice troll crunched down on your former dog. So it's middle of the night. Your long rest got interrupted. Uh, Blizzard is dying down, but I guess you're basically just waiting for this thing to finish up and move on, so you can collect what's left of your belongings, because you kind of had to abandon everything. On to you guys. Let's see. Orion, you would know it's about another 8 hours or so to get back to. It'll take a little bit more than half the day to get back to Brinchander, which is the next town on the way.
Yeah, we should really go to Bridgender because we don't have any supplies and we'll freeze to death.
And by the way,
Probably.
Tsunami, your character gets to start with a set of cold weather gear. I don't know if I mentioned that. And you get to roll on the trinket table.
A trinket table, what's that?
I don't know if I have it set up.
1D100, I think it is.
Yeah, roll me a 1D100 and I'll whisper you your trinket.
Alright, where's the dice rolls? There they are. A D100?
Mm-hmm. Gotta find the trinket table. I know it's in the book, but I think it's also... I don't remember if it's in the back in the appendices or if it's in the, There it is. Okay.
You were 2 off, Tsunami.
What? Oh.
Okay, I will...
I always knew I was a little off.
You can put that on your as one of your belongings if you'd like. It may or may not
Okay.
get worked into the story somehow.
Okay, does that just go under?
Yeah, just put it in your items, like as a in your bag.
Let me guess. Oh, that's page 2, isn't it?
It's actually in the middle of the first page.
Is it?
Yeah, go scroll down here. I think I'm see where you have
Oh,
like
there.
yeah, that's your inventory.
Whenever you get the chance, GM, I just need the token to be relinked to the NPC one and saved onto it.
Okay, I can do that. Let's see. Quick. A sad day when you have to I don't know which gizmo. I'm gonna rename his other sheet to gizmo. Just so I know
So this
which one
isn't something that I can use. It's just something I have.
It is a thing. It's like I said, it may or may not factor into some place. It's just a trinket that you have. Like for example, like I got one in my Curse of Strahd campaign. It became my warlock focus, and I worked it into my
Oh.
backstory. So you can work it into your story. You can I may bring it up later as being a detail somewhere. You know.
Well, I am all
However,
about acquiring trinkets.
what was that?
I said I am all about acquiring trinkets. So.
Oh, you're one of those rogues.
This'll be fun.
I just pick shit up.
Do we have a rogue? I don't think so.
No.
Well, we could use somebody to unlock doors for us. Well, if we ever come across doors. Right now, I can kick them open, and Gizmo, well, he doesn't have knock spells, so...
Hey, just so you know,
It's-
I have thieves' tools, okay?
Mm.
I'm a cleric with these
He's
tools.
a shady
Very
fucker.
good.
And I have an axe. I could probably knock the door down.
Alright, so are you guys gonna try to finish your long rest? Because that thing, walked up on you about midway through? Or.
At this point, it might be better
Or
because we
going
don't have.
to the nearest, nearest location, even if we need exhaustion, just because we don't want one of those wandering up on us in the middle of the night again.
I mean, not only that, we left our tents behind. I don't think we can sleep here in the middle of the night without
Need to
tents.
re-up.
So let's just move.
I'm gonna say you would have managed to have grabbed your gear at least, but yeah, you had to leave your tents behind.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm a barbarian. We travel light. We don't have hard readouts to be into in the morning.
I don't mean to be too much of a bother, but would any of you happen to have some healing magic?
Yes, actually, I do.
Gizmo shakes his head. No,
Uh,
no healing magic. Sorry.
how badly hurt are you? Is my question.
On a scale of 34, I'm looking like a 2.
Oh.
Okay.
I guess I'll leave it up to the cleric.
Would you? No. I was gonna say, Loki, it might be better if I just stab you for 2 hit points and then heal you.
Well, wait a minute.
No.
The good old let's cut his feet off and grow him back instead of finding a way to heal him.
Look. I'm just saying, my healing is better if you're dead.
That sounds like counterproductive.
Here, have 6 hit points. Have 6 hit points and shut up. Okay, you would have gotten 8. You would have gotten 10 if you were down. Okay.
I feel like it's worse if you knock me down and do it.
No, it's not, because you'll gain maximum healing.
I'm not sure I believe you.
How dare you question a man of the cloth?
How much did that heal you? Are you still injured?
No, Orion, if she does not want to be hurt more, you should not hurt her more.
I'm just making a joke, okay? Calm down, you Minotaur.
It did not seem funny. Yeah, leave the jokes to me there, pointy ears.
20 years.
I don't think you can make that insult.
Yeah, you have pointy
Yeah,
ears too.
Yeah, we all got pointy ears, I think.
Yeah, yeah, we're all have 20 years.
So good luck with that. Anyway, I can do a bit more if you want.
Okay,
Tiny bit more. Oh wait, I have cure wounds. I didn't think I had. Oh, I do have cure wounds prepared. Oh. Okay, maybe I should have used a second level spell slot instead of healing word. Okay, here you go. Have another 9 hit points.
Appreciated.
Jim, can you also possibly pull the gizmo token to the front so that I can put it on top of Huskath? Thank you.
I'll cast healing word on myself.
All right, so you guys are just setting out for Bryn Chander, making the slog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so leaving behind what you feel is unreclaimable at this point, you guys make it to Bryn Chander with little you're tired. You're pretty much exhausted by the time you get there, but you do make it back to town. And so you would remember, Helena, that this is the only town that was mentioned as to having a blacksmith. You were inquiring about scale armor at some point. This would be the place to get it. You're basically rolling into town like early mid-morning, like 10 o'clock. You remember that this is where the you delivered the ore to the dwarves. Last swung through here. Actually get on the map layer and pull that out so that you can maybe if it actually lets me select the thing. I hate it won't let me select the text. Oh, that's because I'm clicking the wrong damn thing. Yeah. On the GM layer. Sorry, I hate when it's just like, oh, you want me to come, you want me to go on that layer? Well, guess what? I'm gonna go behind. You know, I'm just gonna set all of these things to the layer. At least the two places you've been. The tavern. You know, there's a tavern here, the one with the weird singing fish, and the blacksmith that you assisted. So where would you like to head first?
I would like to find a place to buy more tents.
Okay, I believe that there is a... Actually, there may not be... Let me look and see if there's anything. I know there's like a blacksmith, maybe an outfitter, but hold on one sec. Let me finish doing this map shit. God, why? There you go. Alright. Let me look and see what is here. This is Chander, right? There's a blacksmith. The blacksmith. So it does look like the blacksmith would also sell rations and adventuring gear. So you would be able to purchase tents there. What you do? Let me guess. The adventuring gear page is in the. How do I add that? I drag that to my journal tab, right?
Drag what?
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
add the adventuring gear to.
Yeah, you either do that or out onto the thing. It does like out onto the page. It doesn't show up there, but it shows up in the journal tab.
I got it out, so I got what I need. All right, so I'm guessing Tsunami, you can touch your token that's there, right? Thought I saw it move.
Yeah, I put the
Okay, you
token
put
here.
the token out. All right, so you guys head through the town. The guards sort of recognize you from being here and helping the dwarves before. You head to the center of the town where the forge is. As before, the dwarves are kind of hanging around the forge. Looks like now that they have their metal supply, they're busy hammering out some stuff. Doing dwarf stuff, sitting around, drinking, chit-chatting. You know, when they see you approach, they recognize you and they greet you. You know, hail and well met. You know, how goes it? Type stuff.
Greetings.
The dwarf that you remember helping. I can't remember his name. I'll have to look it up. He's like, oh, what can I help you with?
I would like to purchase some skill now, please.
He's like, you're in luck. We just finished off a few sets. Let me see if I can find how much that's gonna cost you, because of course, armor isn't in adventuring gear. Why would it be? Adventuring gear by name. Does it have costs on here?
I don't know.
No, Bixby, I did not talk to you. Did I say your name at all?
Now they're all coming in as a whole group, right?
Yeah. So you can describe what you're doing. I'm assuming you're just kind of hanging around.
I am going to try to just kind of step into the group, Assassin's Creed style, like, hiding from people. And just like as if I belong there. Looking over my shoulder, like, trying not to be noticed, looking over my shoulder at a possible something that I might be trying to hide from, using this group of adventurers to kind of look like I belong with them instead of.
So do we see him
Are
sneak
you
into our
trying to
room?
be stealthy about it, or are you just like?
I'm just trying to, like I said, blend in. Like, you see, them not notice that I'm actually there, but I'm just kind of like with them from anyone else's point, from the townsfolk's point of view, looking at this group of adventurers. I look like I just belong in the group, but not necessarily trying to alert the group that I'm just suddenly there. Would that be like a stealth or?
If you want to roll a stealth roll, go ahead.
And we perceive him sneaking into our party.
So if your perception is higher than 16, Yes, you would not, Helena, or actually, is that your passive perception? I forget what degree it is.
14. So no. Wait,
Your thing says 15, or no?
It's 16.
Okay, so 16. So yeah, you would note anyone with a passive perception of higher than the 16 would notice. So Huskar, you don't. Estelle, you don't.
I don't.
So yeah, I guess the only one that really notices is
Huskath. Yeah. The
It-
Huskath nor Gizmo see it.
yeah. So the only one that really notices is Helena. You know, while the dwarf is showing her a set of scale mail and telling her, usually I charge folks like 50 gold for a set of this, but I can do 40 for you since you helped us out.
Oh, that's that is appreciated. Thank you.
But as he's showing you the mail and like, you know, going over the dwarven details because you know dwarves love to talk about shit they forged.
Yeah.
You see this I guess you're a halfling.
Yes.
Sort of insert herself into the party, like just nonchalantly, and nobody else seems to notice. Oh, and dog is gone. I'm sorry, dog. Goodbye,
Hey-
dog. Say goodbye to
Hey,
dog.
guys.
He's getting deleted.
Damn.
Goodbye, dog. Hey guys, we should really buy some more camping supplies, cause
I
No,
already
that's-
said that.
yeah, but we're still not doing it.
It is what we really need. We lost all of our tents.
That sounds like a really good idea.
I looking at the supplement.
Gizmo looks around. Hey, who said that? That's not a voice I recognize.
I kind of shuffle behind somebody.
Are you a female?
I'm only a little over 3 foot tall.
You see probably a 3-foot tall goblin sitting on the shoulder of the big hulking minotaur, who is looking
Oh,
around
jeez.
quickly.
This very pale elf kind of points towards you and she says, she kind of just thought she belonged here.
Wait, who's here?
Hey, who are you? And Huskat comically turns around so that Gizmo no longer is looking at you and is looking down at the newcomer.
Yeah, basically
Oh,
the halfling
hello
looks
there.
like she stuffed herself in between Estelle and Orion.
Oh,
Are
hi.
you lost, child?
I'm no
You
child.
see a big hulking minotaur with a small goblin who's dressed in jester's clothes sitting on his shoulder, just kind of gazing down at you with big cow eyes.
I'm very obviously gonna check my pockets.
You look like an elven girl. Are you an elven girl?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to start off with.
Then Gizmo just kind of turns himself around. He's like, no, big guy. That's not an elven girl.
Okay, so this is powering my next bit of line. I was just wondering if you would need another party member. You seem to be a decent party of adventurers, and you notice that I look over my shoulder, like down the street, and then kind of shuffle around a little bit and continue talking. Yeah, I was just wondering if I might be able to join and assist. And I'm assuming you're not staying in this area very long.
Before we answer that, why don't we start with a name?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I am Brick.
What?
Brick?
Brick? Like
Yeah.
what you build houses out of?
And you see the minotaur bending over, reaching a hand out towards you.
I duck the other way.
Are you grabbing Huskath, or are you just like?
I'm trying to grab.
All right, I guess.
I dodge out of the
Yeah,
way.
give me a dex roll for both of you, like a contested, like. I guess well. Are you trying to
Would it be
grapple?
Would it be athletics
Would it
or
be a
a
dex
check?
saving or a...
Yeah,
it's
it would be a dex for for the dodgy, and I guess if you're trying to like grapple, then
It's
I'm
athletics.
trying to grab her.
so athletics
that's
is more.
athletics.
I wouldn't. So
Grappling is athletics. Not getting grappled is either athletics or acrobatics, depending on which one you want to use.
so athletics is more of a jumping, swimming, running, not a grabbing.
I mean, in the rules for grappling, it says athletics contested athletics check, or you could do acrobatics
They
if you're the
actually
one
do have
being
official
grappled.
grappling rules in 5e.
Okay, let me
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does it say? I'm just reading because.
Well, I'm gonna guess that mine would be as a kind of a dodge and not avoid the hand would be
Yeah,
probably
that-
an acrobatics type move.
Yeah, that definitely sounds acrobatics. So, Brick, the big Minotaur scoops you up one-handed and sets you down on the opposite shoulder from where he's currently holding Gizmo, where he currently has a goblin sitting. There we are. That's a better place.
Why, thank you. I'm a little confused.
If you are coming with us, you might as well stay up here. It's warmer.
You are correct.
And you see a goblin grinning toothily at you from around the way.
I just
and-
kind of
and
look. I just
put out
kind
a
of
hand
look.
and say,
I just
"Hi,
kinda
I'm
look-
Gizmo."
I kind of look around a little bit. Kind of cover my head with my shawl and was like, "Hi, I'm Brack."
You said your name was Brick. Hmm.
Oh, that's the other me.
Other.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do we need to be worried
I
about
do
either
not
one?
understand exactly, but you can stay up there. Much safer, much warmer.
Okay, so Huskath might not understand, but I would like to, so if you could explain that bit.
Yeah.
Brick gets into lots of trouble, and I'm usually trying to get us out of trouble, I guess.
Huh.
You notice that you notice that when you're looking at me that there's a slight different expression on my face, a little bit more like calm and collected look, whereas before I looked a little bit frantic.
Okay. Where did you say you were from?
Came from. Have you ever been to Luskin?
Not sure.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Used to you
Now
you,
we can,
you
yeah.
used to hang out down around the Luskin
And now.
area.
DM, real quick, do any of us know where Luskin is?
I do. It's Luskin, isn't
Remember it
that?
is-
I
out
know
of
it's a
character.
region of Faerun.
I'm
Luskin
trying
is
to
down
see if
around
it-
the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know some of you guys have actually been there out of character in a different game because that's where the Markoth was stationed at when you had to sneak in for the casino job.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that job.
Yeah, I kind of got myself in trouble with a casino,
Hmm.
so I'm.
I'm not,
It was
Gizmo
best
says,
to
"I
go
think
off
I'm gonna like you."
adventuring.
I'm not very familiar with much of this world. I'm not
What's
from
a
here.
casino? I don't think I know what that is. Gizmo, what is that? Oh, don't worry about it, big guy. All right.
You would get fleeced in a day. Not even a day.
Most likely.
What the heck what does fleece mean?
I think that was out of character.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But
I
anyway,
would
so while you guys are talking, the dwarf is resizing the armor to fit Helena. Hands it over as long as she paid.
Oh yeah, I paid.
He's also going to mention that he heard you talking about tents. They're usually 2 gold apiece, but and they're 2-man tents. How many do you want? And I'll cut you a deal.
4.
Like,
Counts.
he's like, okay, 6 gold for the four tents.
Let's take 4 just in case we meet some people who don't have tents and we need to share with them. So it's
Yeah.
only like what 4? How much gold did you say? 6 or 4?
He's offering you basically like buy 3 get 1 free tents, so 6 gold.
I'll pay that. It's fine.
I see the transaction and I was like, here, and I toss him a couple of coins.
Who?
Don't
Me?
I might as well pay my way too, if I'm going to join you.
Yeah. About that, I have one more question.
Hmm.
How old are you?
I am 21. Did I? I think I've said 21 in my character.
Okay.
Ooh, that's if you're a halfling, that's a baby halfling.
Do they look 21? I don't know. I don't. Would anyone
Halfling? How old do our halflings get? I didn't see an age thing in
Like
the.
I think up to like 300 or something. They live a while.
I didn't think halflings did.
Yeah.
I thought they lived 150. I thought this basically halflings and hobbits are basically the same, which means they're not really adults until they're about 40.
I mean, hobbits
Oh,
technically
okay. Well,
don't
I
live that
I wasn't
long,
aware of the
actually.
age thing of that age thing. I was just
Yeah,
guessing.
Yeah.
hobbits live into their 100 and something,
So
and they
let's
don't get.
see. Halflings can live to be like 200-ish. So if you're a young adult if you're 21, or you're slightly younger than a young adult. So you're just
I guess
leaving the
that's
nest at your
Teenager.
age.
I guess that's fine. In that case, I guess welcome. Please don't let whatever half of you is causing trouble cause too much trouble, and we'll be good, I guess, right? Is that the deal we'll agree upon?
Sounds fine to me. I don't usually cause too much trouble for my companions. I don't, I try not to, and I make reparations if necessary.
Did you have a specific place to travel in mind, or are you just traveling for?
I'm just traveling, staying away from Luskin.
Fair enough.
They wouldn't think to look for me up here. So gambling debts and all, you know how it goes.
Look, I agree with that. I can understand that. I can understand that dilemma. I guess welcome. You're probably not gonna be the one to cause the most trouble, so I guess we're gonna get along quite well.
I kind of you see me pull the hood down a little bit, and you hear me mumbling to myself a little bit, and it sounds like almost 2 slightly different voices as I talk, like a change in pitch a little bit. And then I look up, and I'm the calm looking face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the dwarf is gonna ask if there's anything else you guys need.
I do have a slightly damaged axe. Is there any way to repair it or get one that is better?
So what damaged your axe?
I forget. All I remember right now is that I have a -1 in my great axe. I think I was trying to hit something with it, and it
I think
broke.
you were trying to like you chunked up the edge of it, trying to hit something with it, like or trying to break something with it.
Yeah.
The dwarf will take a look at it, and he says, "Well, I can, grind the edge down and get this fixed back up for you. It'll take me, a couple hours, but you guys look pretty beat up. If you guys want to come back later for it, go take a break."
I could very much use some sleep. Yes.
Yeah, we'll come back.
I have too many pop-ups open. So yeah, you would remember that there is an inn and tavern here, up to the north.
Do I remember if there's a place to buy a new dog?
We didn't even buy the old dog. We ended up getting that dog's every word.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Yeah,
buying a new one
so
though.
there is a stable here, but I don't know if they sell dogs. Let me look, because you can buy dogs. Do we have to name a dog too? Do we just need to keep track of dogs here? Let's see what the stables has, because they have. It actually doesn't say Black Cavern. So there's a stable like uh indicated on the map, but it doesn't say anything about whether or not there are things there for purchase. But we'll just say that yeah, there's probably dogs for sale down at the stables, stable slash kennel. Gotta look at how much a dog costs.
This would be like a normal dog though, right? Because the other one was a dire wolf technically.
No, all the dogs up here are direwolf stats.
Hell yeah.
They're like husky type dogs. Uh, let's see. There is a place here where it tells me about dogs. A sled dog is 50 gold.
I'll cough up 50 gold for a new dog.
Okay, so let's fix this here. And this actually says it uses the wolf stat block, but the book says it uses the wolf stat block, but the game says it uses the direwolf stat block. So I don't know what's up that, but there you go.
Nice.
Actually, I think it deleted this token when I did that. Nope, there he is. There's dog 2.0 for you.
I was looking to change its name too. Thank you.
New peppers.
I just gotta fix him. Here you go. Dog 2.0. So yeah, you're just like, we're gonna take much better care of you than the last dog. And he just wags his tail. Because he doesn't know what happened to the last dog.
It'll be fine. He's gonna get treated like a king. It's okay.
The last dog saved our lives. So.
See. This is passive perception. Setting his token up a little bit better, and then that's his hit points. Does dog? Can you do dog? Do you still have access to dog's sheet, by the way?
Yes.
Because I edited it and it seems unhappy now. So.
Here, I can try something.
Okay, yeah, it shows him being in your journal, so you now have dog. Except it didn't save his hit points. Is he dead? There you go. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so you guys go buy a dog because you have to fill that dog shape hole in your heart, and then you head towards the inn, where as you enter, the fish does its little thing, little song and dance. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want a room, it's regular rates. This isn't the town that you get a free room, unfortunately. That is the next town over, which actually has some ties to Luskern, so maybe someone will be recognized. We're not. So yeah, basically food and drink for the night would be So
On entering, I kind of look around and see if I notice anything that my typical, considering I'm trying to avoid certain people's.
yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here. There's a couple like, it's before lunch basically right now. The only people that are in here are the diehard drunks, the day drinkers.
Hmm.
And they look like they're, less than interested in you guys and more interested in getting to the bottom of their flagons. But the barkeeper would greet you and ask, what do you guys need? You know, name it. He would give you prices for the rooms. It's like 2 silver for a meal, and then for lodging, you know, like does a silver a piece. If this is poor, I don't know what they consider this lodging wise. But yeah, you can get room and board for $3, 3 silvers.
I'll buy both.
He'd kind of take note of your condition and be like, been traveling all night, eh?
Yeah, run into a nice troll.
Yes, we are very tired, thank you. We
He-
just need rooms to sleep.
He'd nod and he'd be like, "You're lucky to have survived that. Not many live to tell the
Well,
tale.
we had
Usually
a
we just."
dog that did not survive that, so...
He looks at the dog that's with you and he's like,
That is not the same dog.
he nods and he give you what you paid for and a key to your room. It's basically just like a room with bunk beds, since it's nothing fancy.
I'll go upstairs and sit on the floor since I really don't need a bed. But
I'm going to remove my passengers from my shoulders and set them on a bunk before climbing onto a bottom bunk.
Yeah, the bunk like groans dangerously under the large minotaur, but holds.
How much did you say this was? 3 silver?
It's like 3 silver a piece for
Right.
with food and basically a bite of dinner, and then probably
Gotcha.
whatever meal would be now. It's probably like light fare, since you're between meals, and then you'd get a dinner before you left probably. But yeah, you spend your 8 hours sleeping. Nothing tries to eat you because thankfully you're in a town. You wake up refreshed. It sounds like the tavern downstairs activity is picked up while you were resting, since it's probably around like 8 hours. So it's like 6, 7 o'clock at night now.
yeah, I would have been down there about 4 hours earlier.
So
As long as
while
it-
you were down there, let's give you a rumor.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bard. I collect rumors.
All right, give me a quick second. I have to give medicine to our little one real quick.
So you technically already had this one, but you shouldn't have had this one, so I'm going to give it to you again.
Okay.
While you're hanging around down in the bar, trying to play some music, get some tips, you hear some guys talking about a comet that they saw fall from the sky, that fell in the mountains to the south of the 10 towns in general. People who have traveled from that direction say they have been getting these weird mental messages in a language they can't make out. Um, and he's basically talking about like whether or not they ought to go down there and see, because sometimes when stuff like that comes from the sky, you can pull it out and forge really nice weapons out of it. But the other guy's like, I don't know about that. The weird voices kind of, people talking about weird voices. I don't think I want to do that. And the other guy's kind of like ribbing on him because, what are you, coward? Think of all the money we could make if it's that sky metal stuff. And you basically hear him going back and forth as they're getting drunker and drunker, uh, debating on whether they ought to go check this out.
Okay.
Like I said, I think I gave that to you guys by accident before, but you can probably start handling stuff like that now at this point.
Sounds good.
Sky metal, that's a pretty valuable material.
But
Yeah.
You
You
still hear
guys-
you hear snoring coming from Huskass Spunk.
Alina, while you're performing, if I could type right, it would be better. It's a tough crowd tonight. You only managed to get about 3 gold. They seem kind of cranky around here because recent happenings.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm sleepy tonight. All right, so at this point, if you guys want to just continue to stay the night here and sleep longer, since you technically had a long rest now, and you could travel, it doesn't really matter because day and night really don't exist anymore in this area. So Nami, you understand the general idea of what's going on up here, right?
What, 10 towns?
The general gist of the campaign, where it's basically, I think I explained it a little, but basically every night at midnight, the goddess Arl flies out over the area on the back of this giant white rock and casts a spell that prevents the sun from coming up. So she's basically like Nightmare Moon from My Little Pony. She's
okay.
thrust the land into eternal night. It's been going on for about a year. People kind of sucked it up at first, but now things are starting to suffer because nothing can grow. Even in the Arctic, there was like a brief like summer season when like grass would grow and stuff, and animals. So people are starting to get a little worried about what's going on at this point. The lakes that they usually pull the fish out of to eat have been slowly freezing over. So yeah, people are starting to get antsy. They're kind of trying to appease her. Some towns will sacrifice food. These tend to be the richer towns. The poorest towns will just go without heat for the night. And then the big population towns like this town actually have like a lottery where they will do human sacrifices in an attempt to get her to stop. But nothing has worked so far. So you would have, so having been up here for a little while, you would know all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just giving you a little bit of background that I didn't really cover because it's easier for me to say it than type it, I think.
Is some of that stuff in the informations that have been let out already? No, it's just art handouts and stuff. Okay.
I think I shared anything.
That's okay. I can go with what
Actually, I could like share you this. The Welcome to the Far North handout. That kind of gives. Can you read that? Because sometimes it puts in
I
GM
can read
notes.
that.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically the background of the area.
I know the general bit of the far north part, the 10 towns and stuff. Read a lot of the Dritz book, all the Dritz books, really. So I know a lot about Icewind Dale and stuff.
All right. So I know Helena's AFK, but are you guys just going to stay to the next morning, or are you going to try to strike it out to get to?
That's my plan.
Bremen.
Huskat just wants to sleep.
Yeah, I
I'd say get a full night's rest and then leave for the crashed comet.
The crash comet, or are we going to go deliver our
Yeah, don't forget you're carting around a sack full of charred remains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe go deliver the shard remains first. Seeing is this the city?
And being the nice GM that I am, and having prepared this material, you also recall that there is a pirate ship to the north of the town that you're turning in the body that was mentioned as a rumor in one of the towns. Some kind of ship bearing treasure from the rumors.
Treasure?
They were basically guys talking about going to salvage the ship that had gotten stuck in the ice. But like rumors of weird shit going on there too. Like another we should go do this. No, there's weird shit going on. You fucking coward. Like that kind of stuff you heard.
Well, I kind of have the racial brave, so I'm not afraid, and I hear something about treasure, so.
But that was the last rumor that the party got, was about this ship stuck in the ice.
Well, I'm sure I've probably heard the same.
Yeah,
rumors.
you probably heard the same rumors. If you've been hanging out in local taverns a bunch.
I'm definitely all about treasures.
So you kind of chill, hang out, get to know the new dog. I mean, he's not much different from the old dog, except maybe.
Can I try to make him? He smells worse. Damn. Can I get him to understand basic commands, because the other dog didn't listen to me?
I mean, you could do. Did you take any animal handling?
Absolutely not.
So yeah, you can do some animal handling checks to see, if you can build a rapport with this animal.
Man.
So you figure out that, if you have a nice tasty chunk of something, he'll listen. He'll usually listen to you. Sometimes he still gets distracted, but you kind of figure out how to push his buttons, and it is waving something in front of his, offering him a treat. He works for Scooby Snacks.
Great. Good to know.
The only question is, do we have any Scooby Snacks to feed him?
Rations. Do I think that would work?
So yeah, ration. Basically, he's food motivated. So rations would work. Breaking up a ration into chunks. Probably you figured that the last dog that you had seemed to like to eat random things. So you think if you carved some chunks off of stuff you kill, you could make little meaty chunks or something. I mean, it's cold here all the time. They'll freeze.
Okay.
That was a nice roll too.
So yeah.
Thank God.
So new dog 2.0, if there's food involved, will most likely listen to you. He still has a small chance of not, but I think you got him.
I'm probably smaller than the dog.
You could probably ride the dog if you wanted to.
Nice doggy.
I mean, if you're climbing up on him, he seems to not care, but you're not sure that he's exactly going to do 100% what you want him to do. But he's cool with you being up there.
The group. He's gonna follow the group, right?
Yeah, he's gonna follow the lady with the snacks. So yeah. So yeah, you guys wake up the next morning, have your breakfast, and if you are ready to head out, you may do so. I have to move you back to the main map so I can see how long it's going to take you to get there. Actually, let's see, does this tell me how long you take? So it's 2 hours to get to Targos, which is the next town over. So you are traveling from where this, I basically made this yellow thing your party marker. So it's about 2 hours to get to the next town. I'm gonna do... maybe this one? You're good on that. So, let me also do this. Blizzards.
I'm assuming I don't have to have a token out on this map.
You could put it out if you want to be able to see. I think, or you should be able to see without your token, right? I think you can.
Yeah,
see
I
the
see
map,
I
everything.
think so.
Yeah, I think I just had them out here so they could see originally, and then I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I can just, you know. All right, so let's see. Okay, so you're good. I mean, you left there about like 8 or 9 o'clock. I figured you guys are early risers, especially since you slept the night
Yeah,
before.
how Scat wakes up with a mighty yawn and probably, a type of yawn that wakes everyone else up in the group unless they're really heavy sleepers, and just pounds out of bed and immediately stretches and looks around.
So you hit Targos. Targos, if you recall, was the place with the grouchy mountain climber that you tied up. And the inn that has the free stay. The Luskan Arms. Which was, founded by a person from Luskan. Stop here if you wish, or you can continue on to Bremen. Which I believe is a bit further. Hold on, let me see what the... Because I think the path to Bremen, or the... Actually, you're going to... Yeah, Bremen. So, it's going to take you about 3 hours to get to Bremen because the trail is kind of crappy. Like, all the other towns, like, have a road. Bremen just has, like, a snowy trail that people have just... Like, they actually, like, people actually bother to try to, like, clear the roads between the other towns. Bremen, for some reason, is, like, on the fringes, and they don't bother to, like, plow, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sounds
it's a
about
little
right.
bit longer of a walk. But, I mean, you could go there, you get there, it's probably, like, 10 o'clock now. You get there, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so a little after midday.
Yeah, I say we push through unless anyone has specific business in Targos.
I cannot think of any.
You can tell that dude all his friends are dead.
There is that.
Does somebody want to go do that quickly? We don't have to go as a group.
Like, we killed your dog, too. I think it was one of their dogs.
I think so,
Yeah, that used to be one of their dogs.
All of your friends are dead, even your dog.
Well, he's still got his husband, so that should be good.
Yeah, it's him. Not it.
I'm just listening to the conversation with amusement.
Scat
good.
just looks amused, and he's the one carrying Gizmo and probably Brack.
So yeah, you guys gonna flip a coin, or like play some kind of thing to see who has to go, or are you just gonna skip it?
We should probably tell him.
I thought the person that understands death most is the one telling people things, and I look over at Orin.
Hey, I'll go tell him all his friends are dead. It's fine.
I figured you were used to such news.
I don't mean such news. People dying?
Yes, you talk about death all the time, so telling people their friends are dead should be easy for you.
I talk about getting money for people dying all the time. I don't talk about people dying all the time specifically, but
Assassin?
I'll go talk to them. It's
Wait,
fine.
there's money in this?
No, there's sort of, but not because they're dead this time.
Oh. Were they not supposed to be dead?
Eh, they kind of die. Didn't matter either way if they're dead or alive. Let's put it that way. I mean, this guy was supposed to die, right? We're going for the wait. I'm confused now. Are we gonna turn in the corpse, or we're gonna tell the guy all his friends are dead?
Well,
The corpse
the
is
guy
the
whose
next
friends are
step.
dead. Right. Just like a quick, hey, sorry to drop in unexpected. Your friends died. Also, your dog's dead. Just a quick thing.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay, so no money involved in this.
No, just
No.
making a guy sad because everyone died.
Oh.
I'll go over there and I'll knock on the door. Right?
Yeah. So
Or was it an inn?
the handsome Keegan answers the door and sort of peers out at you.
Hello, Keegan. So we went out to see if there was anyone left in the mountains. Was it mountains? In the mines?
Yeah, he was up in the mountains on Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah, in Kelvin's Cairn. But when we arrived here, I'm sorry to inform you, but they are no longer with us. We did manage to find one of the creatures responsible, and we did take care of that. So at least take some solace in the fact that that one of the creatures responsible is no longer with us either.
Keegan's just going to nod and thank you, and he's like, you should just go. He's still cranky from you guys tying him up and dragging him back here. I'll have to let him know when he's in a better mood. I don't want him to,
Oh, okay,
to,
yeah.
do something stupid. And he'd
That's
just be like,
that's
I
fine.
appreciate you stopping by. And he'd just be like,
Oh, no. It's understandable. I wouldn't be too happy with that kind of news either after such a debacle. Also, his dog went to a very nice farm where it's living very peacefully right now.
Oh my god, Gwen.
Is that
We
is that
found
the
a
truth, or is that
nice farm.
do you
Where'd
want
you
to do a
go?
deception check?
The same farm Melissa and Toothless and
Wait, do I have
John and
guidance? Can I
Beast
guidance
and
myself?
well?
I'm-
Did
such
you,
went
did you
to?
bury him on? Did you bury him on a farm?
I guidance myself and
He got eaten by troll.
dude, it's deception, right?
That was the dog. That was the dog that sacrificed himself to. So you get a 17 plus 1. Let me see what he gets here.
That's
I don't
pretty
want to edit it. I
decent.
just want to do it. Let's see. So that would be a. Is that a wisdom check? What is insight? It's
Probably
intelligence, right?
insight, yeah.
All right. Let's.
Insight.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the
That's wisdom, by the way.
anti-deception is wisdom.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought insight was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's roll on
insight
wisdom.
is probably the one you're looking for, to be honest, because I would know what else you would use
All right.
insight
Well,
for.
he believes you whether it's intelligence or wisdom. He's just like, well, that's good to hear. That was a good dog. That was Garrett raised him from a puppy.
Indeed, he was a very good dog. Some would say
Those
the
two are
best dog.
inseparable. I can't imagine why he wanted to go off with you guys, but I'm so glad you found him a good home.
Yeah, it's a lot safer and warmer. Right, there are no big evil creatures in the vicinity that could hurt it, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get going because we've got a lot of traveling to do. You know how the adventure in life is.
He just nods and would thank you again, and then he just pulls the door shut. Oh God, the dog is on some farm somewhere. Yeah.
As far as they know.
All right, so onward to Bremen.
Onward to Bremen.
Now that you've and I'm not making up the shit about the dog. Hit the guy raising the dog from the puppy.
Damn.
What? It's fine.
There's a bunch of dogs from from puppies. So
It's in the farm now. No one needs to worry.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
He's in a farm, all right.
Anyway, so onward to Bremen. It takes you 3 hours. It's fairly quiet. You know, there's some dark clouds on the horizon, but nothing. Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing exciting. All right, so Bremen. Let's put you on the town map because.
Well, I'm not very perceptive today.
So Bremen, you know that this is the town that has 5 taverns of all of equally cruddy quality. It's like the dwarves, the dwarven brothers that started this place. All this decided they wanted to do a tavern, but all wanted to kind of do their own thing, so they all said fuck it. Instead of doing 1 tavern, they made 5. You remember that dog doesn't want to come out, but I guess he doesn't need
Well,
to.
this is dwarves we're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically the 5 buildings in the middle here. Are each a tavern, and like I said, basically look not exactly the same, but you can tell that you know. But you do remember that you left your dwarven friend in the one in the middle. We're just gonna say she was the first person to greet you when you came into the town. It was your very first quest. Now let me see. She's still there. Like she has not. Yeah, I gotta remember to delete the old gizmos. So it's 1 in the afternoon. I'm gonna say that most of these folks are not here yet. They're out on the lake. Uh, Everybody's out on the lake at this point fishing. The dwarven lady is still hanging out here though because she's old, kind of retired, just kind of doing her thing. But she seems surprised to see you. Well, not surprised, but it's as if she was expecting that you guys wouldn't come through.
I'm entering the tavern.
Yeah, nothing's super exciting about the tavern. It's small. It's a little chilly because this is one of the poorer towns. They just have a few small stoves, like whale oil stoves, burning in here. You can shed some of your outdoor gear, but most people are still fairly bundled up. It's not like some of the other towns where you've been where it's a blazing fire. They actually have wood. These guys are a little bit harder off when it comes to what they have supply wise. But she'd get up off her stool and she's like, "You're back. Did you figure anything out?"
Oh, yeah, we figured some things out, but we should probably discuss it privately. I don't know if you have a room or
what we're
something.
supposed to be figuring out?
Well, Husketh, we'll talk.
Gizmo pats Husketh on the head. Don't worry about it, big guy.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, but in private.
She nods and she's like, "You want to outside private?"
Oh, like locked room private?
She nods and she's like, "Well, I know that the innkeeper has like a shed out back that he usually puts like any sled dogs in that come into town. She looks at him and, is it all right if we use that? And he would nod. I assume you guys remember the drafty nasty shed that you spent your first night in here. Yeah, I don't think I actually have that map loaded here for some reason. But yeah, you'd go around back with her, and she'd be like, "All right, open the door, step inside. It's basically smells like dog in there." She's like, "All right, what are you guys gonna jump me or something?" She's like, "I may look old,
would
but
we jump you?"
she's like, "Well, why else would you want me to come around back here?"
Well, we dealt with the issue, Sefik, you said?
She nods.
He pretty much admitted to everything, so you were right.
She nods, she's like, get on with it then. Why is this so hush hush?
Okay, well, you wanted evidence that he was dead, right? The issue was that we kind of burned him to a crisp, so don't freak out too much. And she's gonna pull out. She has a leg wrapped up in a sleeping bag or some shit. She's gonna unroll it in the place.
She's gonna kind of wrinkle her face up, and she's like, "Good Lord, Lassie, you didn't have to bring me barbecue,
I don't think you want to eat this. I think we have more parts too. I think Gizmo took some things.
And she's like, do I have to assemble them myself?
You might. He kind of just broke apart.
Yes.
She just looks slightly appalled, but if you assemble the body for her, she would nod, and she'd be like, "Look, I'll give you your gold, but you have to dispose of that. I don't really want that. Just get
Do you want
rid
the
of
ponytail?
it." She kind of grimaces. She says, "Fine. I guess if I need it to prove anything, but the rest of it I don't need." And she'd hand you the payment that was promised, I believe, which was 100 gold. Let me look at that. And she would thank you for taking care of this problem. But she kind of sighs and she says, "Where there's one, there's going to be more as this situation continues to go downhill. There's always going to be people trying to game the system and people trying to offer themselves to Arl at this point. People are getting a little desperate since we can't figure out why she's doing what she's doing or what she even wants." Checking your bounty here. So she hands you a little baggie with 100 gold to split between.
With the gods, it's always harder to tell why they do things that they do.
She nods, but she's like, "This, if she wasn't always like this, this is something else. We don't know what triggered it. She just kind of shrugs. She's like, "I'm not a cleric or a religious person, but there's something going on here. Beyond the usual mysterious god, stuff."
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "All right," and then she'd gesture at the body, and like I said, get rid of that somewhere, and she's just gonna kind of trudge back to the tavern, kind of leaving you guys to your business.
What are the odds that dog's hungry?
It depends on how crispy this dude is. Let's see. Have dog roll a con check and see if he even wants to eat it. I don't know. Yeah, dog seems to have no problem with like crunching it. It does take him a while though because it's quite a bit of it's a person size. But yeah, you get to see him sit there and basically like crunch apart charcoal bones.
Okay, well, good news is we don't have to take care of that anymore.
Yummy.
He's got like just like he did have like a white and gray muzzle. His muzzle is just like black from all the chard. But he seems happy.
Sounds about right.
Maybe his paws are a little black because he's using his paws like little human hands to hold the bones while he chews on them. Yeah.
I'm sure it has the stomach for it.
I mean, he rolled a 21 con. I'm sure he'll be fine. He might poop a little funny, but like it's not like you guys are picking up after him.
No.
That's what the snow is for.
It just freezes. Yeah, it just freezes in the snow and then gets covered over. It'll be a while before that stuff thaws. Although there's gonna be a lot of poop when Oral stops casting her magic.
Oh, that's right. It can't decompose in the frozen weather.
Yeah, it's just frozen shit. I think I read something one time about like some towns in Russia, like they actually really like when it snows because like it covers up how gross it is there. Like when the ground thaws, the mud is just disgusting from all the stuff that's there. So global warming is really like screwing with them because they're not getting as much snow anymore. Yeah, fun times. But anyway, it's mid-afternoon, 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take. You know that there is a pirate ship somewhere to the north of here. Trying to see how far to the north. You really don't know, but I'm going to check and see if it tells me where this thing is. That's actually not to the north, but let's see.
Treasure.
So you don't really know how far off it is.
Daddy cleaned up in here.
But you would know, like Orion, you would know that like it's described as a boat stuck in the ice. You know that the sea and it was described as being like northwest, and that to you would know that would be like on the sea of moving ice. Would be which is like sort of a sea of moving ice. It's like water channels and like sort of floating sheets of ice. That boats really don't typically maneuver through, but hence probably why this one is stuck. There are some ports, but like they've been kind of screwed up because of the weather problems.
Well, it is a pretty big lake.
Yeah. Well, the lakes in 10 towns are inland. This is actually probably on the ocean from
So it's
from what Orion knows of the area, since he's native to the region. I think Orion's the only one who's actually from here.
Oh, okay.
Or been here long enough to know. I don't know if he's from here, but he's been here long enough to.
I've been here about 20 years ish.
Yeah, I think all the rest of you are relatively well. Helena's new to this plane. Estelle has been here a while, but kind of hung out with. How long have you been here, Estelle? Like couple years, maybe.
A few years, but has been traveling with the nomads. So.
Yeah. And like Huskath and Gizmo, I think, are brand new to the region. So.
We wandered in from the south.
That's a long walk. But yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know that it's a bit of a Orion, it's a bit of a. There's nothing between here and the Sea of Moving Ice. You know, it's mostly just tundra.
Mm,
Did you see them? Yes.
Bixby, why
Oh.
do you keep triggering? I am not talking to you. My watch keeps going off and asking me why I'm talking to it. I'm like, I'm not. I have not talked to you in like the entire time I've owned you. Why would you think I'm talking to you now?
New software update?
No, I think it's just hearing things. I don't know. But anyway, back to the big map if you guys are done in Bremen and are deciding
Yep,
to
we
travel.
delivered sad news, and we have to keep traveling. Oh, and
Well,
now
no,
then we got paid.
happy news. You got paid.
Happy news in this one.
And
We got paid.
and you are all now level 4.
Woo!
Yay!
So you guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm gonna pause things, and you guys can level up, and I'm gonna use the ladies' room. I will be back shortly.
I'm glad I decided to roll rather than just take the average.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tempt fate because I already rolled the one. Once, so my HP is already low as hell.
Let's see. Do I want to take ability or do I want to take feat?
Good question.
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
Let's see. Ability of feet.
So, welcome to the game, Tsunami.
I'm gonna take observance for 2 reasons. One, I am a wisdom class, and 2, I think passive perception is gonna be really handy. So I got that covered. Someone was doubting about taking it or not. If you really want to, I can take something else. Just say.
I'm taking the feat Mage Slayer because my time with Gizmo has taught me just how dangerous magic users are and that I should aim for them first.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to stop the big boys from smashing the wizards, though. Granted, do we have any squishies in this team?
No, see, that we do. He's on my shoulder.
I mean, true, but
Yeah, but my point is that I am I am the big guy, which means I need to be aiming for the little squishy magic users, and now I have a reaction that will let me smash them if they're ever within 5 feet.
true. I'm just
and
saying.
they get disadvantage on concentration rolls if I'm attacking them.
Mm.
Mage Slayer is awesome. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
I am taking mobile because I'm not ending up in a troll's little thing again. So
Good. That's a smart thing to do. Ooh, I forgot about this OP cleric spell. I'm gonna take it now. Time for me to hit people with a book. Big magical book. Should I take less? Yeah, I'm gonna take spiritual weapon, and it's gonna be like a big ass book.
Nice.
Because I'm a cleric of Yurgal, which, funnily enough, is in Baldur's Gate 3. It's good to see that god is getting some love, because he's like one of the like old, forgotten kind of death gods. Because he gave over his domain to like 3 mortals that were like, we want to become god, and he was like, okay, you can have it, but like I'm gonna split it up into 3 parts, and you're all gonna fight all the time. and I'm gonna watch from the sideline and enjoy it.
I see.
He's that kind of god. He's like, oh, sure, have it. I'm gonna enjoy watching you guys fuck up.
Yeah.
I love him. He's my favorite god.
That like Warhammer stuff.
No.
No?
It's a D&D god.
Ooh.
Like your goal is like the keeper is like the scribe of death. Basically, he records everyone who is died and when they were supposed to die, and it's like very secretive. Like he's not like the death god, but he's like one of the lower tier ones. I mean, he used to be the big one, but not anymore.
Yeah, so technically he knows the Raven Queen. Sure.
Yeah, that depends. How does the Raven Queen fit in? Because you have Cain and such, and Baal?
There's a lot of death gods. There's not just one.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, just you have like the domain, but isn't like the Raven Queen technically
I assume
the
every
journey
culture
from
has their own death god.
Yeah. I don't know. I think D&D gods work very similarly to Warhammer gods, though, which is interesting. In the way that they only exist because people believe they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that concept.
From observation, they gather power from their supporters. That doesn't mean that they'll cease to exist if things happen.
Yeah.
Like for example, Terry Pratchett. You ever read Small Gods?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Could be something like that.
Ohm gets turned into a turtle, and nobody believes into him until believes in him until he gets dropped on somebody.
Because the worship of Ohm had been so corrupted over time, kind of like what's going on in in our world with Christianity, at least with the evangelicals are concerned. Has been so twisted that the prayers stopped going to Ohm a long time ago, and only the true believer still believed in him.
This is such a weird second level spell. Why? Continual flame is so bad, but so weird. I could see the use for it, but it's like extremely niche. It's basically a flame that doesn't exude heat or use oxygen, so it's only useful if you're like dungeon delving and your DM cares about that stuff.
It's for lights.
I mean, it's for lights, but it's a second level spell that consumes 50 gold every time you cast it. For just a light that doesn't consume oxygen, which Dancing Light already does, which is a cantrip. Granted, this one stays alight forever.
I mean, it lasts forever until it's dispelled, so...
I mean...
If you guys were building like a base or something, that would be useful to have.
Yeah, I guess that would be a lot. Would that be cheaper? I guess in the long run, it would be cheaper than torches. Then again, 50 gold is a lot of gold.
Or I could see adventurers selling that as a service, going around to like the inns and be like, "Look, I can make you this light that'll never go out. You don't have to fuel it. 75 gold." Spend your 50 gold to light the torch, make a profit,
I don't think you know how much gold 75 gold is. That's like more than like year's salary, I think.
It depends on the economic system, because the spell cost.
I mean, in a place like this where they are short on fuel,
I guess
they might be willing to do that. Although it doesn't put out heat, so I don't know how useful that would be. But if they didn't have to use whale oil for light and they could use it for heat instead, that would be like, oh yeah.
It's good. It's good for light, and light's also in short supply.
I mean, true, but I think there are better ways of getting light than. I think you can like hire like a low-level wizard for like.
Just have a dude casting light constantly.
Yeah, like for like 5 silver a day. Yeah, like give him some food aboard, and he's just like.
Because that's like just a cantrip, right?
Yeah, like you can do that. Find traps is such a weird spell. I could take it. Could be handy.
It's incredibly useful in certain circumstances. You know, like how you guys were constantly searching out for traps. If you looked you looked at a big room that you're pretty sure has traps in it, you can cast Find Traps, and the spaces will immediately light up before you can accidentally step on them in your search.
I mean, yeah, but doesn't it only give you like the
I mean,
closest
that
trap
would be
for the
an awesome
inside?
spell for like Tomb of Annihilation
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
useful in those things. It's not useful most of the time, but
Yeah.
it's useful in those things.
Knowing where it is makes it so that my looking for traps isn't as important, and then I can just concentrate on disarming the trap.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
thing is, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of traps in the turn. I think the traps are gonna be ogres and trolls and that kind of thing.
Well, in that case, my feet works really well.
Mhm.
Or like
Yeah.
Find Traps might actually be useful in Dungeon of the Mad Mage too. Although we haven't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
sprung any too bad yet.
Yeah,
Well, you-
I've just been looking at them and going. Every once in a while, you guys pass by something pretty nasty and don't realize it, and thankfully don't go that way.
It's like
On
How
it's like
does-
Will,
Dungeon
Will
of
or
the Mad-
I will find it eventually.
How does
No,
preparing
no, no,
spells?
well,
work?
I put money on finding it
You're
just
pegging
because
out. I can't
it's
hear you.
Quentin. I put more money on Quentin finding it by accident because Quentin.
What, you think Frog's gonna find it? Kale's the one who's like doing the senile wanders.
Frog is not gonna find it.
That's true. The two senile guys are gonna might wander into it, but
Phaedra might find it. Lunessa would have found it with her 30 passive perception, but
no. Find it as in step on it by a complete accident.
technically speaking, I'm always on a flying dragon, so
Well, the dragon's not
Unless-
always flying. Sometimes she's just walking along.
I
She
mean,
can't,
Oh.
sure.
especially in corridors. It's not like she can fly easily in corridors.
Yeah,
It's-
flying
I mean-
isn't like levitating. She actually has to flap. And,
yeah,
like, stuff-
she isn't flying most of the time.
It's
Most of the
not
time
True,
she's just
but-
walking.
it's not likely that
True,
she's
true.
configured to like hover.
Yeah, that
I
would
don't
be
know, it's a
Phaedra and her
dragon.
winged boots. So Phaedra isn't going to. Phaedra is the one that's levitating a lot of the time.
Yeah, my wife learned the hard way about finding traps face first. She has she has a high perception, and she had the ability to tell in a general idea that something was off down this corridor, and she knew there was a secret door somewhere. So she figured, oh, she must be sensing the secret door. She walks up to the wall searching to search the wall. It was a pit trap underneath her. Whoops.
She didn't stick her head in an orb of annihilation like somebody I heard
Did
about.
I?
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
you.
this
It was
is-
somebody. It was somebody
Okay.
in a group that Grizz was in. I think the tomb. Was that Smug's Tomb of Annihilation?
Yes.
Abridged.
Yeah, Jasper was peering around as my character was giving robotic orders. Decided to stick her head into the goat mouth. And I'm like going, okay, I know what happens out of character, and the GM's like, yeah, you have to roll a new character. I was like, what? No saving throw? Oh, nope. You just stuck your head into a sphere of annihilation.
Uh,
Alright, so you guys.
Did we get a long rest?
You leveled up, so that's sort of equivalent to a long rest.
I mean, we also got one out.
Yeah, you
in the
got one
tavern.
in Bryn Shander.
Yeah,
and you
and we
haven't
didn't
hit
have a thing
anything
yet.
since then.
Yeah, so that's good.
Oh, I picked up the feat of Mage Slayer, by the way.
I took observance, and now I
Can
can
you
see
link
stuff
it?
coming.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think it added my passive perception bonus yet, so I'll do that.
I have
real
studied
quick.
well with Gizmo and learned how I must attack the spellcasters as fast as possible. Get close to them and
Nice.
strike them down if they're trying to cast spells. And now, if they're concentrating on something, I can give them disadvantage to concentration checks.
Wow, y'all are all taking feats instead of stats, huh? Look at that.
I took a feat because it bumped one on wisdom, which was enough to bump me over to the next category, and I wanted perception because I don't know, it's kind of I'm probably the one with the most decent perception bonus. I think maybe the rogue, but I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know who has what at this point.
I mean, at this
Hey, some
point, I
meds
have the
took mobile
highest.
too. Nice.
We're twinning.
It's a good thing for like rogues and
Oh,
characters that
mobile
drop
is great for monks,
monks too.
rogues, and well, just about anyone really. Because I can like as a rogue, I can run up behind somebody, stab them, and then run away, and they can't do anything because I attacked them, whether I hit
Yeah.
them or not. It's like,
I like that.
hi, stab, bye.
You
I
just
And
love
the-
drive-by stabbing.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I had a monk that I used to do that with my Fury of Blows. I'd run up to one guy, punch at him, run up to the next guy, punch at him, run up to the other guy, punch at him, and then book it out of there. I had like
Spending key each time to try to stun them.
I couldn't because I used Flurry of Blows.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're. Oh, that's right. Because you're using Flurry of and you're using your. Sorry, never mind. You're using your bonus to run away.
Used
Never
my
mind.
key. I used my key to do the Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, rather than your
And-
bonus. Got it.
And from what I understand, you can't do like all your key points in one shot. For different things, you can only use one.
That's never been how I've seen monks do it.
Really?
Yeah, unless I've been letting my monks get away with things I shouldn't be.
Sorry,
Uh,
what?
Probably been letting your monks get away with things because being able to do one, like run up and do a flurry of blows. Actually, no. Stun is part of the flurry of blows if you make a.
It's about to
If
say,
you spend a
exactly.
key point.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Is it-
you can do stun on any attack as long as
Yeah.
you expand the key point. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
if
there
it's
was
bonus
there was
action
an
or
addition.
action.
There was an additional monk thing I think that gave it to if any of your attacks hit, they can do one of the things.
Stunning strike.
Oh no, he's talking about the open hand
Yes.
thing.
The
That's
way
not
of the open
Okay.
hand.
Yeah, that's something else than stunning strike.
That's a different one. It has the
yeah.
ability for knock them prone,
Yeah.
or a stun. I think.
No, knock them prone, push them away, or something else. But it's not a stun.
Yeah.
It prevents them from taking reactions, probably. The stun is something entirely different mechanic-wise. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the thing that bothers me about that one is that it's on the flurry of blows, which technically always happens after your attack action, which makes it that you at most can benefit from one attack if you knock someone prone with it.
Really?
Which is kind of sad, yeah. But I don't know.
Stop stealing
It's
things.
fine for everyone
Hi,
around them.
hi, puppy. Stop stealing things.
Anyway, is everyone back?
Hi.
Free.
Trevor just brought me something that she stole and chewed up.
Aw.
Just a little piece of plastic, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. Nothing is sacred.
Being a halfling, I can run in, stab, run away, and try to hide.
Trying to find better information on overland travel in they really don't tell you, like, they tell you how fast you can go with the dog sled and shit, but they don't give you, like...
Here's a question. If I yeet the halfling, do they get to cause more damage?
I would say probably not, since they have to
Okay.
recover from being thrown.
You know, the question is, do you have improvised weapon? Because I would
Not yet, no.
I would say if you do that, they can add the D4 to their damage.
So I was
I
just
would
thinking
say that
about,
both of you would
about
have
Pete.
to have something like that, though. Like, just throwing somebody at something doesn't, like, necessarily give them more
Well,
damage.
you would have to. You would.
I was just
probably,
thinking halfling tossing is a funny concept.
You would. I would probably have to survive a dexterity or acrobatics.
It's
to be
funny,
able
but I
to
gotta tell you,
position
it's
myself.
overdone.
Yeah.
Another thing
Kind of
about
like dwarf tossing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
maybe
just
if it's a giant enemy and we need to get you on top of it, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on foot with snowshoes, you can go 1/2 mile per hour. And you guys should all have snowshoes. I think dwarves get, except for maybe the halfling, but we can just say you picked her up a pair.
I'm assuming that I'm picking her. I have her and the goblin on my shoulders. They're just basically riding the giant minotaur.
Works for me.
All right, but the extra weight might push you down into the snow and make you move slower. So I don't know.
It's a minotaur. The snowshoes aren't going to work for that, but
Yeah.
they're strong enough to just walk through it anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have
Not
an
with
8.
rules
I
as
have
written.
an 8. I have an 18 strength. I think I'm good.
If snowshoes don't work for Huskat, then it's a quarter mile an hour. If they do, it's half a mile an hour. Doesn't say anything about strength overriding that.
Hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, like I said, Orion would know that you guys are on the main map. I moved you to the main map, right?
Yeah.
We're on the main map,
Okay.
guys.
So you would know that the sea of moving ice is off in this direction. From what you heard the guys talking about, you figure it's somewhere off in this direction. You know that there's not a whole lot out here. There's wandering tribes. There's not a whole
There's
lot of
wandering
settlements.
tribes. There's probably you got to watch out for Remoraz.
You know there's stuff out there that's not friendly, but nobody really lives out here except for the nomads, and they're hit or miss as to whether they're friendly. To the coast, it's like 15, 20 miles depending on what piece of coastline you're aiming for.
Isn't that the area where wouldn't the barbarian tribes be out in that area too?
Well, they're the nomads that I described. The
Okay.
Reged. They're nomads, barbarians, whatever you want to call them. I think nomads is a little bit friendlier of a term because they're not exactly like, they have culture. They're not completely barbarians just because they smash things. But anyway, and you would also know, Orion, for the other thing that was described, you know that there's a road that leads south from Bryn Shander, which would be backtracking for you guys. For when they were talking about, there's like you can see the this trail, right, that goes south?
Yeah.
You know that that's like sort of the main route to areas south of 10 Towns. That would probably be your best bet to look for the comet that was described as having fallen south of, like basically straight south of Bryn Shander.
So we could hit the comet and then go to the IC.
We're kind of closer to the IC from here.
Oh wait, brings. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
sorry.
you're where the yellow dot is right now.
Oh okay.
If you can see this right on the map.
Oh, yeah. So let's go.
Besides, how much treasure is rumored to be in the ship? I hear it's a lot.
Yeah, let's go for the ship. Maybe we'll get a ship out of it.
Well, it's
Probably not.
pretty much locked into the ice from what was described.
Why do we want a ship? We're traveling in the land, not on the water.
There's treasure.
My good friends, what do you think ice is?
Oh, you mean the treasure that is in the ship I heard about. All right.
Yes, I want the treasure. I mean, we want the treasure.
Right.
And we could be referring to myself as well as.
Royal we.
When thinking of treasure, you notice my eyes get a little bit of a wild look to them, and a bit of a grin.
All right, so let's see. It's probably like, what did I say? Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take. You guys had a long rest, so you guys can probably go to like 8 or 9. So let's see. You're just gonna strike out across the tundra.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, so we're just gonna say, let's see, about 20 miles, give or take. You can go what? I said you'd go a half a mile an hour? Because you don't
Yeah,
have a
I
dog
think
sled?
so.
So,
So for the first stretch of it, I only rolled an 11 for perception, so I'm not being very perceptive right now.
you got about 6 hours of travel, so you can make 3 miles? Give or take, right? Before you gotta camp?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
So we're just gonna scoot you over here. So yeah, you get about 3 miles before you start to feel a little tired. The dark clouds that you noticed on the horizon earlier are starting to come in. Orion, in your experience, you know there's going to be a blizzard in a short while.
Yeah, we should probably find a good place to camp.
You guys want to roll survival checks for a good camping spot. I know some of you are good at that. No, you're not very good at all, are you, Estelle? How do you have a +4 and you roll a 6?
It's awful.
Huskath manages to find a place that's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not the
Survival?
best.
This looks good. Perhaps we should stay here.
Tsunami, your little halfling buddy kind of tugs on your tail, Huskath, and points at a much better spot that actually looks like it's
Oh,
defensible on it's like a sort of like a bowl-shaped area that is a little bit more defensible.
Johnson, you just gonna make me some fruit water, please?
thank you, Brick Breck.
You're welcome.
Actually, I
And
think
I will
have.
also snip.
Safety is important. You can't get to the
Yeah, this is a map. I have the like, get rid of these dogs. But yeah, you basically find like a little like bowl-shaped area with cliffsides. I don't think that's your current dog. Anybody who's not on the map can drag themselves back out, I guess.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, I don't have any text out. I have a space squid. You guys want a space squid? I don't know why that came up when I searched for tent. Oh, because tentacles. Okay, yeah. So you guys are in these because
where was the barrel man?
I guess
Put me out. Oh,
yeah,
I just
you're happy. You don't right.
apparently not.
How I think so.
And gnomes do, because gnomes are an underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just
I'll have like
Light a torch.
yeah. I'll in a second. Hold on. I'm trying. It's lagging a little. Torches are what?
Or
60
build a
feet?
fire.
60 feet.
If we're camping, a fire would probably be needed.
All right. So let's see. I gave you vision. You don't get night vision, but you get to have 60 feet of bright light for a torch. Is that right? I don't even remember. Torch.
I thought it was like 20 and 20.
Yeah, I forget what it is. I'm looking. 2040. So 20 bright.
I have a candle. I don't. It's weird.
All right. Can you see now?
Oh.
For some reason, let's look at it because it should have your stat. And I know
I never filled in the stats.
I did though. I set it up. Oh, because Why does it keep setting you to generic token? You should be set to you.
Dragging my token out from the.
I linked it right on the character sheet too.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, let me make sure I have you. I'm just gonna be in your character.
Yeah, I
Should be
really
right.
don't know. Oop. I don't know how to set up the most of the stuff with the characters because all I've ever done is have a token and use beyond my previous campaign. We used my beyond. All our characters were there, being to roll.
Yeah, and it could have just gave you a token to a sheet to make a token, but
yeah, this is easy enough with having access to your character with.
all right. There should hope it's fixed.
That's actually the first time I've seen any of that.
What the?
The
I
stuff
swear
across the
I
top.
set you up before the game, but maybe I kind of just still working. So
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna say these are some weird. You know what? Anyway, right. Okay, we will. You use the cement, like fire. You can pick you one. They people two regular people. They're not. Back them to the. There. And we'll just find on this roll cam like to try to it's done it right.
It's weird.
Yeah, my I don't know streaming and it's taking up bandwidth or what, but it's
Which browser are you using?
Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome has been so bad for me that I switched to Firefox and it's like there.
I always run Firefox and so.
All right, I'll have to give that a try then. Next time, I don't even have it.
I mean,
installed.
Chrome has some that are nice features. It's like I've been running Firefox for years, and it's just always been faster and more reliable than any of the others that I've used. So.
Yeah, I used to use Firefox, but then they did something that pissed me off. Like I used to use like a password storing program, and they like cut off access to it. So I switched to Chrome. It's like you don't tell me what's not safe. I don't care. If I want to do that, that's my prerogative. Don't be Apple and tell me I can't do it because, you know.
I believe there's a. Oh wait, maybe it was the they got rid of what am I thinking of? Extensions or something like that.
Yeah, they did something that I couldn't do. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't do. Password. Now, likely. Yeah. Orion, buddy, where you sleep it out.
Oh no, I'm sleep done.
Position because my has an 8, unfortunately.
Half or might have.
I don't think.
It's been decided already.
Okay. Extra healing spell, so unless we get totally swamped, it's okay.
Who wants to roll me the d20? Who wants to decide your fate? Nobody. Oh, I think Grizz. Okay, that's.
I'm rolling again, no matter how bad it was last time.
Yeah, no,
Why,
I think you. She's the one that rolled you up the ice troll.
Yep.
None of the rest of them
I'm making you
wanted
guys
to.
roll your own fates because I don't want to be blamed for it.
Please don't tell me that's ice roll again, because then I'll be sad.
Hold on, I am looking at to see what it is here.
I kind of hope it's not a Remoraz. Those things are horrible.
Yeah, Remoras would be bad. We'd all be dead.
I actually don't have that on my. Those aren't even on the table.
Oh, good.
Well,
It probably
good.
doesn't
Those
show
are,
up.
I think
show
those
up
are more
for a
towards
while.
Calvin. I think those are more towards Calvin's cairn anyway.
They can show up anywhere in the ice.
It is anywhere in the ice. Okay.
Yeah. when my party was on my homebrew world, and going through an icy area, I actually had that on my tables. But of course, the party decided, oh, we're just gonna be clouds and bamf to this mountain over here from where we're at now, and then we're gonna bamf all the way over to the city at the other mountains, all the way across the world. Across the country. It's like, okay, I'm not even gonna have to roll on my tables then, never mind.
Have your prep, please. No.
Yeah.
We don't want to give you more chances to murder us. I'm good.
Well, you might run into them someday. Who knows what's in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
Oh, I love Dungeon of Mad Mage. I have that one.
Floor 14 after they when they found a secret entrance from the one temple because I switched out Hollister for one of my own homebrews because he fit what was going on in the setting a lot more, and he had some connection to the temple on a completely different world. He built a backdoor basically into that so that it would bamf them right to the gauntlet if somebody else managed to get through the.
Dungeon design.
For me, he's always been my creating him. And when I saw how Alice created, first, but that around.
All right. So who's doing what watches?
Estelle will offer to take first and second.
I can take third and fourth.
We could always do it in order of a. We could do watches in order of initiative, like 2 people, 2 people, 2 people. Oh.
How about that?
Yeah, I think all the elves are quite attack.
All the once on watch lead that's gonna go.
Be small.
Hey. First, I don't really know.
And Muscat and Brick and Brack want to take either two.
I can take the first watch if that's easier on the elves.
You can help the elves.
Essentially, after 4 hours, I'm awake anyway. So
just tell me where you want me.
Watch and we up the.
Okay.
I have the watches, right?
You and I both have the last 2.
Oh, okay.
Well, why don't you just let me do this? Thank you. All right. So. I'm fixing this. All right. So first is how
Gilbert's for Huskath since
right.
when it comes to Huskath, he does need to sleep.
So first is
Yep.
Okay. So Huskath, for the first 2 hours, nothing really happens. The blizzard does kind of roll in. Starts getting visibly low, but not really. Second watch. That's still Estelle.
Estelle and Brick/Brack if they wanted to join.
That's me.
Okay. Here.
Second watch, so that would put us up.
God, it's so gay. Click and passive perception. Although you rolled perceptions. I miss anything.
Yeah, if you're on watch, you active.
Yeah.
Like, you might have a better passive perception than your active.
Yes.
But neither of you really notice anything.
Okay.
Well, the way I always figured it was the passive perceptive is you notice something, but in an active perceptive, it's like, oh, I see that, kind of thing. So even if I didn't see it directly because of a bad perception roll, on a passive roll, the passive, I feel there's something wrong, or something like that.
I think my twin I'm gonna have, which is gonna close everything I have because I can't do anything. Give me a second here. Yay! I guess I'm downloading Firefox. Yay!
Yay.
Guys, now you guys, because you're on a different layer. Yes, you are. Different layer. So that's how they, because they are basically gonna. All right, so you're looking at the fire, but you hear something.
I'm gonna tap dog and point to the tent.
Oh yeah, was Dog sleeping or is Dog awake with you? We forgot about Dog.
Oh, we did forget about that. He'd be up for one of the watches. I don't know.
Would he be up like for the full this basically happened like 3 hours into the night. Doric, so if you wanna, what's his perception?
His passive is 13.
Yeah, he would have noticed that. If he was active, what can you roll an active perception for him?
Yeah.
So yeah, he would be alerting at the tent before you even hear what's rustling. He just does a low growl.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a long sword and let's take a peek. Let's see what's in here.
So yeah, you look at it and there is just a little
Okay, well we're gonna stop that. Right, friend?
he kind of stops what he's doing and puts down what he was holding, but you can see that he's got other stuff like shoved up under his robes or like he's like wearing like furs. He's like,
All
I'm
right.
not taking nothing.
So I noticed her draw her weapon, right?
Well, she's talking to something.
Okay, well I ready myself just in case.
All right, so let me explain something to you. If you don't put my shit down, I will kill you. It's that simple.
So you're up for out in Helena's tent.
Oh, there. Wait, hey friend, can you go check out her tent? And she's gonna point over to Helena's tent.
Like basically, I think it was rummaging around in her bag, and like you just hear it go eek because it like cut itself on something in her bag.
All right, I take which tent is that?
Right there.
I go to.
There's another like little kobold like where he's got his little finger in his mouth like he pricked his finger and he's sucking on it. And he just looks at you like owlishly, like, oh crap, I've been caught. These poor kobolds have had the worst rolls.
I point the tip of my sword at him. I can't tell what it is at the moment.
Hold on, I'm looking at something here, cause that's why. Give me 1 second. So yeah, the little kobold that Brick is pointing at, like, puts his hands up and like what like a letter and like a gaudy piece of clothing like drop out of from where he had them stuffed.
Keeping my attention on the kobold, I kind of try to grab. Am I close enough to grab it? The paper and stuff.
Yeah, it basically falls to the ground, and he's got his little hands up in the air, like
you just don't care.
yeah, you know, you caught him red-handed. He's got his hands up, like you know how they like put your hands up type stuff. He knows the drill. He's obviously been caught before.
I use my free hand and pick up the stuff that he dropped and look at it.
Yeah, basically he fished some stuff out of Helena's inventory. And Estelle, basically the same thing. Like the top two items of your inventory, probably. I didn't look to see what they were.
Okay.
Yeah, he got some clothing.
Yeah, if they're basically just going through your shit. But you caught them both red-handed, and they start like sort of begging, like, just looking for stuff. We're hungry and cold, and just begging.
On them up, you decided that stealing was the better option.
And the one that you're talking to, Estelle, is like, well, yeah, people don't really just give away stuff up here.
Okay, but then why would you ask me after you tried to steal from me? Can you just, like, get out of my face? Can you just go?
He like looks at you and like just darts a little dug in the snow the tent from the backside and disappears into the blizzard.
I checked it before I let this one run away. Check it thing that it might have.
Yeah, he really didn't get a chance to sequester. Caught him before he got anything like put into his. But in the same opportunity, he's also going to fuck into. I select their freaking token. I can't
see.
Mine not there. That's a possibility. I'm not on the.
Let's see, evens or odd. Okay, I let him. I give him the option to go.
Yeah, he'll do the same. Like you see that he basically dug a hole in the snow into the tent to get into the tent, and he basically squiggles back out and disappears off into the blizzard. Helena, you have the option of if you wake up in this going. I mean,
well, in the process of this, I look around and I kind of stuff the things that I picked up into my belt pouch.
So you're stealing her love letter and her costume out of her that were in her inventory?
They were things. I just not thinking, kind of stuff them in a pouch.
Wake up, just like you're
Okay.
like trancing, right?
Yeah.
So roll a perception, like to see if you would come out of your trance.
I
don't think she's
it's a habit. It's not.
Yeah. You would notice that a kobold is basically, you just see his tail flip out of the tent, and you see Brick or Brack, whoever is in charge right now, stuffing some stuff off that she picked around. That guys is probably being yours.
That's my stuff. Give it back.
Oh, sorry. I was protecting it from the kobold, and I hand it back.
All right. Yeah. Watch, she takes both of them and puts them in a safer place.
Trying to deceive her that you weren't really trying to take them. You can roll an insight on that if you want, Helena.
I'm literally trying to play this chaotic neutrally, so it's like, you know, I would just be like, oh well.
Yeah, you're true.
I hand it back with a smile and some semi crazy eyes instead of the. I look a little twitchy.
Uh,
Yeah, the kobold was trying to steal it, and I was just trying to keep it protected from him. I hand it over, and I quickly dodge back to.
And as
I'm gonna
as
check the. I'm going to over here, just to make sure.
there's just a sleeping elf in the one, and
No,
a giant furry mound with a goblin on top on the other.
no holes under the
Snoring,
underneath.
probably.
Oh, it's sleepy. It was just the two of them.
All right, I come back out to finish my watch.
Yeah, and the blizzard seems to be dying down at this point. There's a fairly thick layer of snow over everything, but you guys have been huddled by the fire, and the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Wake up in the morning, everybody has to dig themselves out, but everything's good. But you know that you have another long day of walking ahead of you.
yep.
Walking.
Let's see. Back to the main map. It's been good that the blizzards have been happening at night most of the time, so you guys haven't had to worry about like getting lost.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna suck if we get lost out here.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna continue onward. So you can go about a half a mile a day. We said it was about 20. So it was 17 or so miles to go to get to the coast. It's not exactly 17 miles, but I'm not telling you where along the coast it is. You just know that, like, roughly. So let's see. You can make it another. How long do you guys think you travel? Like, 12 hours of travel, 12 hours of long rest? So if you do 12 hours of travel, you could go another 6 miles. Is that right? If I'm doing the math right, you go half a mile an hour? Or am I?
I think so.
Yeah, so let's see if you get anything. Okay. Right. Okay. All right.
Being
So
perceptive as usual.
yeah, you guys travel through the day. It seems like the blizzard might have sort of kept things from coming out today. You see some couple spots in the snow where obviously something cut through because there's like just like a deep rut, like some animal went through. But nothing really bothers you. You get your full. Actually, I think I can just do like a cute. Pick it up and do a cute right. If I do this. Get your 6 miles in. And you start to wear down. If you want to do survival checks for campsite again. 3.
That's another 6.
Yeah, I highly doubt I'm going to get as lucky as I did last time. I have no idea where to put the tent. But I think I do. No.
So you guys sort of blunder around looking for a campsite for a bit. You don't really find anything great. You get this lovely. I got to been reusing the map, and he's still on there. Did I move?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm not which tents. They're already there. Yeah, if you want to put yourself on the map,
I did. I put my fire last
let me see where you are.
of the. No,
That over there. Oh, okay. Like, there's a token over there. What is that? Oh, I see. Because when you drag that thing, weird. Let me.
So basically, the drag. Did you delete my token?
Yeah, I did it out. Guys, it should be not saving this token, Grizz. Oh, you know what?
I
bet
don't
you
know.
didn't- Hold on, hold on.
The original.
Hold on, I know what I
Did
didn't do. Don't worry, I figured it out. Let me say sorry. I think
I
I
think
didn't
that's the
relink
old
the token to
gizmo.
the sheet.
Oh.
Heavens.
Like, I linked the token to the sheet, but not the sheet to the token. Like, you got it ways. I don't want her hair in that slot. Who the hell cares what color? I'm trying to type in HP and it filled in hair, and I'm like, what? I mean, that might be important to Kale. The color. Anyway, let's see. All right, so I got your token linked to your sheet. Now I need to link your sheet to your token. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to remove your default token. Click you, and then use it, and then save changes. Now when you drag yourself out, let me just test it. I'm going to delete you again and drag you out. Okay.
Yay.
I probably
can't
have to do
see.
the same thing with dog. Dog is probably yeah. We'll worry about it later.
Where'd the light go? The light. I can't see.
Oh, you know, second. Vision. You got your bright light for 20 feet. You got your low light for 40 feet. We're just getting a shift sound. Okay, now
Yes.
excellent. Wait. Who wants to roll the d20?
I suppose I could do it this time.
All right.
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Do.
I'm rolling high today.
Yeah. It's really high.
My survival instincts aren't working.
Okay, so you guys sort of hunkered down. You want to set up your watches too for me?
All right. I'll take first watch again then.
Yep, first and second.
Third and fourth.
That's what I did last time, I guess.
Second here. Do.
Watch.
Right.
I said
Huskag,
I was on first watch, and I rolled an exception.
Let's see, what do you do, buddy? Okay. Well, let's. Oh, you already set up that way. Pretty cool. Okay, awesome. All right. So first watch. Did I get a perception? That was Huskath and Estelle.
Yeah.
So once again, during your watch, a blizzard starts to pick up. The two of you are kind of huddled by the fire, and you hear this really eerie whispering on the wind, saying, "This is the doom that awaits you all. This is the fate of any who dare to behold the final light." And you just see this eerie blue light ear like on the distance. Like,
Hey, Ribbit,
This is odd. Do you know what it is?
not one clue. If I know we're in the blizzard, but if I squint real hard, can I make out anything?
as it draws closer, it's vaguely humanoid. It kind of looks like a person walking upright, but like uh the where the head would be, there's just this blue like flame-like looking stuff.
Hey, why don't we wake the others? That's not
And I wake up Gizmo. I go to wake up.
What's going on?
I'll wake up
There
Minnie.
is a strange light coming this way.
Yeah, it's closing on you.
When on waking up, I'm gonna start like okay. Initiatives.
Yep.
All right.
+1.
How's that? Oh Jesus!
On his are you halting? Oh God! Stop blinking.
What is that? 20 initiative rolls, guys.
Try this again.
Not
Yeah,
a-
he's gonna get sent back to original.
Here, I thought a 20 is a good roll.
All right, let me just fix his character sheet so his stuff rolls that so you can see it. Some whispery stuff.
Yeah.
Toggle, whisper toggle. Oh, that's the kobold. That's why. Oh no!
How do you
Roll
guys
20.
get an initiative that looks like that?
With I
No, the way the roll looks. Yours is like square, whereas ours has this decorative outline.
Oh, that one is
I think Huskats is coming from D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
It's Square's NPC sheets, and the other ones are normal sheets.
I'm not from D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, Gizmo and Wolf are
Oh,
NPCs.
okay. Those are okay. I get it then. I was just curious why the screens look different. It was weird.
Hold on, I gotta fix this dude. He's lit. Whistles or actually whisper toggle because he made a point again. Although I don't think these guys hide. Like whatever, I'm gonna kill you. So you got ending? Nope, other way. Estelle, you're not allowed to go first. Orion, you're waking up, crawling out of the tent. You look where the others are pointing. You see this weird blue fucker coming, like glowing blue, almost like blue flame coming out of it, where its head would be. Let me see if I can show you a picture of him. I have a picture.
Ooh.
It basically looks like a dude, like I said,
Yeah.
a person who's shooting basically a beam of light out of its head.
I know what this is, right?
Maybe. Let me take a gander at what it says here. Give me a religion check.
Oh,
I know
here,
you don't have
religion.
religion. You silly cleric, you.
Oh, guidance is still on. That's it. So
You've heard of there being people that have died from the cold coming back as these things that wander the tundra. But you don't really know why.
Monsieur, I'm trying to take a nap, and I throw a guiding bolt at it. That probably misses.
Let me see. What did you get? A 14?
Also, that's a shit roll.
You hit it, and you get. Let's see.
Yeah.
No undead. Oh no, it is undead. So that's 10 radiant. Although our Grizzard undead automatically like.
Nope.
Oh no.
No,
Some
it
different
doesn't say
types.
that it's.
Undead automatically what? I'm sorry.
Undead aren't automatically double damage on unless it tells you they are, right? For radiant.
No, unless it tells you that's when they are.
Okay, no, okay, then
You can also if you.
no.
Looking at it,
Mine is any easier than you got.
Looking at it, and no do from it, it really doesn't.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, hey, bro, why don't you have hit points? It's like, oh, that's because it's in your green, not like where normal hit points. All right. So, Orion, is that all you're doing? Is waking up, just groggily, sort of like fuck off, like sleepily throwing a guiding bolt at it?
Well, that's the only reason.
You didn't miss. You hit it. You did hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You hit it. Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Else we wouldn't be discussing radiant damage.
Yeah.
And I'll take a few steps back because I'm not wearing
You're wearing robe.
Yeah. It's like a very fancy buff gown.
All right, dog.
He's us fighting this thing, so he uses 50 move speed to get up there.
From there.
You're sort of like drifts.
Oh, okay.
This is probably like they do snow drifts, like it's
Okay.
just blown snow.
That's what I was wondering. I was just trying to get an image of what the lines were.
Guiding bolt gives advantage on the first attack, right?
Yep.
Dog is just gonna shred this thing because that's what dog does. Yeah, I need to do a snow.
T13.
Oof.
Yeah, dog based much or lack thereof.
Is there any issues we have with contact?
No, not really.
Alrighty then. I can't quite see it from there, but Huskath is going to take off running with Gizmo on his shoulder. He can move 30 feet. Oh, it's over. Sorry, I was watching her go down there. 5, 10, 15. How far down is this?
What do you mean how far down? Over there, where dog is.
No, down.
Oh, it's Steven. It's that's already been covered.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Sorry.
I know it's.
Yeah, sorry, my brain is like. Because that's what I said. I thought the halfling all the way down there, so I thought it was down there, and didn't see that for some reason.
Why is there another you down there, Brick? You.
I am. Hopefully this one. Yes, tentacles suddenly start lashing out and over.
Shadow Chandra, each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on con saving throw or take 1d12 and you also gain 1d12. Okay, so it needs to do a con check. Or con.
Yep.
What are
Which
you?
it just ignores.
That when I rage, I have to roll on the wild magic table.
Oh God.
Or the
I know that ability.
Like, magic.
That's a freaking
Arms of a tower.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Hoscott will swing his. We stayed at that town long enough for me to get my axe, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
you would have picked it up.
And
Yeah.
I got rid of
It's
the
also
-1 on that.
prone, I think, because Dog knocked it down.
Yes.
So you get advantage.
Excellent. Excellent. And it's minus.
Yeah, beat all the chips that you let sharp.
I'm just taking negative.
I actually but chip edges.
Hold on. I need. Ugh. I think something happened to the stats of this axe. Give me 1 second. Let me import a new one into my sheet. That's not stats of a great axe. Come here. All right, I am having trouble. Anything under there, so I'm going to make my roll, which
Just roll and add +1s.
That's what I'm trying to do. No, it's not even roll. No. The damage roll. It just says 4 slashing, which is not right for an axe. So I need to make a roll. I need to just roll manually. So for some reason, I can't drag and drop it on my sheet. It's a 1d12 damage.
When you gotta roll a hit too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's say that's 1d6. So it's 1. That's a 15. It's a 15 hit.
15 hits. And do you add any for your rage?
Plus
So
2. That's 8 damage.
Okay. Right. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. Brick or Brack, whoever is in charge, you are roused. You hear the cow.
Okay, what is the effect of dashing?
So
It's double speed, right?
dash is double
the...
speed, but it consumes an action. Although rogues, I believe, have a point that lets them do it as a bonus.
Yeah, they do.
So action, you don't have that. You would not be able to attack, but if you do have that, yeah, cunning action. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so I'm also stacking that with my mobile, which is dash action isn't affected by difficult terrain. No, it doesn't cost extra movement. I am going to.
Well, you're not on difficult terrain, or does it?
Well,
Is it only on difficult terrain, or is it?
well, it's just the dash action doesn't cost extra movement on difficult terrain.
Yeah,
One
so
of
you don't have to worry about that part, but you do get
But
the
I have a
plus
speed.
10.
I have a
yeah.
current speed of 35. So with my bonus dash action, I have a total movement of 70.
70, yeah.
All right. So I am going to. I think I measured this already. I gotta go to. That spot works, right?
Yeah, you got to cut around the tents. I would count the unless you want to call them difficult terrain, you could just vault over the tents, I guess. Well,
Comes to about the same thing.
Yeah, just say the tents are technically difficult terrain, and your thing
Shoot,
lets you go through them without worrying about them, right?
So I'm gonna rush around here. That's and I am going to. And since it's engaged with this other character, does that give me the?
You would have to be flanking with it, I believe, because you attack, correct?
Beginning at first level.
To get advantage, you need to be flanking. I don't think it's just somebody within 5 feet of it. That's only kobolds.
For what it's worth, you already have advantage because it's prone.
Oh yeah, it's prone. That's right. So
yes, so I get it. So I get it.
Let me just make sure I didn't get an extra 20. Yeah, okay. No, I didn't get. I want to make sure I didn't crit on that roll. I keep forgetting that was down. So
and so I run up to it and.
You have advantage, so you get a 23. So you do 13 damage to it.
Yes. And since I have. I only use 40. and I made a strike at it, and my mobility allows me to run away. I'm gonna kind of run back to the edge of this tent over here. Skip over. And I'm assuming that doesn't. I don't get other bonus actions.
I believe for the dash.
Yeah. So.
All right. Helena.
That's right. It was dash or hide or whatever.
Yeah.
I move there, and I will viciously mock the thing.
All right, insult it.
Much the disadvantage on its thing if it sticks, which it did not. Or no, it did. Sorry.
Yeah, it did.
So it took the 1 damage and it gets disadvantage on its attack. Correct.
Yep. End of turn.
Come on, DD dice. They're just lagging me out here tonight.
Yeah, I have the 3D dice because it tends to cause use.
So when you're a spell that has like a million D6s that fly out. But anyway, hit your
trying to use a spell
Yeah,
that rolls
that's it.
No,
easy.
no fun when you're a player and you get to do that.
I would say that would be rather fun to do as a.
All right. So it basically uses it to up. Let's see. Got 3 friends to attack. You know, I took dog off of the list of people to attack. I guess I need to add him back in, don't I?
Damn.
Let's see. Let me add an item. Dog. 2 points. Save changes. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna roll on this table. Okay. So, this thing gets up. For some reason, it focuses on Gizmo that's sitting on Huskath.
No.
Well, first off, it's going to use its bonus action to it's gonna blind Gizmo, I guess, because for some reason it focused on him. Maybe because he's wearing silly clothes or something. So I need a con saving throw from Gizmo. It like sets off this burst of really, but he shields his eyes just in time to keep.
Gizmo just pulls Huskat's hood, which Huskat doesn't wear on his head, over his own face to quickly shield his eyes.
Let's see. It says he gets to make 2 attacks, but I don't know if he gets to make. Well, I guess since you're right in its face, it's going to try to slam at Gizmo twice. Ow! He not killed, but he got knocked out on the.
Yeah, that first one that would knock him out.
But he doesn't get hit on the second one. So
yeah, I think it's because he'd potentially fall backwards off of Huskat's shoulder.
Yeah, he might have fell off.
Is it possible for Huskat to, because Gizmo's sitting on my shoulder, for Huskat to attempt to know that first hit?
See, I'm not sure how to handle a character riding on another character.
Did that first hit have a disadvantage?
You need feats for that, or special.
Yeah, he's got to take like the mounted combat feat to be able to transfer damage to, I guess. Because I don't want to like be like, since he can never get hit and to close back,
More action sort of thing, because that's not a never get hit.
Or like maybe he gets partial cover, but I
wouldn't. That's a fighting style thing.
I would say you don't have anything on your character that says you can make that kind of reaction, correct?
Yeah, there's nothing like that, sadly.
So I would grant him partial cover, but he would still get hit.
That first.
By that first one, it only gives him a plus, so he would still get hit by the 21.
Yeah.
Did you
So
roll with disadvantage?
no, partial cover doesn't give you disadvantage. It gives you +2 to AC.
Valkyrie does, though.
Oh, that's right. He does have the. Okay, roll that first one again. I forgot about the.
Yes, I just said hi.
Let's see. Roll d20 roll. All right. So yeah. Okay. So this is he didn't get hit at all for either of the attacks because it's 11 on the first one, 11 on the second one. Just his roll was +2 to his AC.
All right.
I'll give you that at least, but I don't want to say, oh yeah, he can't. That is all it can do. So to give in an alternate reality, got creamed. For 20.
See a glimpse in to the for the
That's
poor
just, that's
for the poor
something
goblin.
that Huskath imagined happening. All right. So Gizmo.
All right. So now Gizmo is not being creamed. Is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and is let's see, what's he going to?
Or maybe it was Gizmo imagining that because he's like, oh shit, why am I riding this giant cow in a battle? Is this why?
Anyway, he had to cast mirror image on him on himself. For him to be hit. And he pats Huskath on the shoulder and is like, "You got this, big guy."
All right.
And
so
that'll be Gizmo's turn.
All right, Estelle.
Cool. I don't have the movement speed, so I'm going to action blank.
Huskath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I guess for dog it would have to be like. Playing weird. I always feel like. Oh. All right.
I'm going to action surge. And I'll make.
Come on, guys. It's almost.
Yeah.
It is no longer prone, so that misses.
Blanking.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes. Negative 11 hit points. It's not that you to hit. I just I keep.
No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Makes sense.
All right. Is that your due?
Mhm.
Are you done, dude? All right, Orion. Standing there in your bathrobe in the freezing cold. What do you do? Was it? I too much. I stop.
He takes his inspiration from Kale.
I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Oh, I'm gonna try another guiding bolt.
See, that hits for 14 radiant. Next attack, advantage.
Yeah.
Is that doing?
That's all I can do.
Durg, it is your turn.
It's going to try to take a chunk out of it.
18 hits, and now you down basically the bursts pops like a bubble, and the clothes deflate, and the dog is basically holding these rags in its mouth and shaking it like it's.
Aww.
You've seen dogs do that, right?
Grr.
Yeah, it's like grr 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 and shaking it around.
Wait. What was that?
I don't know.
It was most unusual.
Yeah. I could see as far as religion goes, Jack of all trades will do it for.
I mean, Estelle, you could probably hang out with Madstyle, and they might have some information.
See?
Okay, so Estelle, you heard from the nomads in this area that similar to what Orion remembered, when someone dies, the nomads believe that if you die of the cold out here, your spirit basically gets frozen into your corpse, and it just they say that Arl does it basically. Your spirit gets frozen into your corpse, and your spirit can't pass on, so you just become like this rageful thing that wanders the tundra and tries to take other lives. Like it's going after other lives, but it's basically like they die to the cold. Their spirit is frozen, can't go on. Pretty sure that Oral does it. It's something that Oral does, or an effect of her presence here.
Yeah, so my perception check was the first thing that I do after watching it collapse was look around and make sure nothing else was coming up.
Yeah, no, it seemed to have been alone. It basically just into a bag. There's nothing on it.
I know, but I'm a
Yeah, I
paranoid
did
sort.
for both else. The still raging, but it's you don't see or hear anything else. Even with it, I'm going to say there's nothing else out there.
Back in.
Oh, he jumped back on the raft.
He seems content to be back with the rest. I think out for this session. This
Yeah.
fairly lucid day, so I think I did pretty good. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. Bye, guys.
Yeah, let's